What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Miss Ali, unmute yourself, please.
That's okay. How old are you?
Me, I am 53. No, I'll be 53.
Okay, you have YouTube playing in the background. You need to mute it.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But we can stop that. Well,
Okay, so you're 53?
I am.
Okay, so what's the question? What are we talking about today?
Let me see if somebody else has a conversation.
Yep. Yeah, I'm hearing YouTube playing in the background, so you need to close the YouTube windows. I don't think you need to have open the StreamYard. Don't unmute yourself until you close the windows. I'll tell you one thing about my generation, man. We suck at technology.
So you're 53?
Man, you have YouTube playing in the background or another window open. I'm going to mute you. I keep hearing back. Stop unmuting yourself until you close down all the other windows. Okay. I keep telling her to stop unmuting herself, but she keeps doing it. One thing my Generation X, the people who grew up with Atari 2600 and stuff, my generation thought computers and software was a joke, and it grinds my gears to no end. The Generation X sucks at technology. You see me, and I am nimble with the technology, always learning. It's a goddamn shame that the people at our age who have the most wisdom suck at this stuff. I'm not saying you, Miss Ali. I'm just saying in general. Go ahead. Let me just say. Okay. Go ahead.
Great. No, I'm grateful to be on here. Finally, I was able to. I don't necessarily disagree, and I say in the most humblest manner, I am a Muslim.
Okay.
And I say, I want to disagree. Oh, just humor me. And
okay.
Our women today that come on, I watch you, and it pains me sometimes. Their behaviors, the way that they don't listen. And I'm divorced. I have 3 grown children, 4 from my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have a chance.
So what do you disagree about? What do you disagree with?
That a woman my age, the possibility of me finding a man or man finding me or being chosen. I disagree. I think with the behaviors of my sisters, how unfortunate. I think that there's a great possibility. I don't need a 6-figure man.
Okay, you talking about you or you talking about your sisters?
Me.
Okay.
Yes.
A blind squirrel can find a nut.
No. I listen to.
Okay, I let you speak unmolested. A blind squirrel can look up and find a nut.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage chance would you give the average 50-plus-year-old unmarried Black woman at finding a husband?
50%.
You can't make this shit up.
He rolled for that, baby.
Ma'am, 1 in 4 Black women will marry in their lifetime. And you're saying that women over 50 have a twice as likely chance. Please explain to us why.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. And just in response to the conversations that you have, the attitudes, the non-cooperativeness. Yes, I am an older woman. I'm not looking for a 6-figure income man. I'm an average woman. So just on that alone, no. Just
but
that
man,
alone.
but what you're explaining is why you're giving women a 50% opportunity to find a husband over age 50. That's what you said. You said, yeah. Okay. Well, then, but you understand that Black women today, all age ranges, 26% will marry, right?
Okay, right.
So you're saying that that number doesn't matter. If you're over 50, you got a 50-50 shot of getting a husband. That's mathematically implausible. You can't make that math work. Why would you have a better chance to get married over 50 than you do at 20?
Oh, I didn't say in comparison to a 20-year-old. So my response is this: at my age, and you stating also, I can't give you the numbers that
Mm-hmm.
the men my age are looking for the younger women, and just by
Fine.
listening to your platform,
Fine. I'm listening. I'm going ahead.
oh yeah, some of us are not prepared. We're not wives, and like I said, humor me. It's just
I think
just from
that
this.
I think that you're saying you saying two black women, you saying 100 black women 50 years or older. Just say 50 years old. You're saying in a room of 100 single black women 50 years old, you're saying 50 of them will get married.
Yeah, that's what I said. I would like change my answer, but I said humor me, yeah, because of the behaviors of my sisters,
Okay.
my black women. Yeah, I mean, I listen to your platforms, and sometimes it pains me the responses that we give, and
I
we don't
don't
even listen.
I don't
We
think
don't even.
you're I don't think you're I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
I,
Ma'am, if there were today, the number says that one in four, 20, in that room of 100 black women, only 26 of them will get married. And what you're saying is, I think that women over 50, if I gave you a room of 150-year-olds, 50 of them will get married. That doesn't make any sense. The number's supposed to be much less.
okay, great.
So,
So
so you saying that, and when you came in and saying you don't think that I give the women a fair shot, you think that women my age is not over, and I'm like, yeah, it is.
yeah, but what is the first thing I said also was humor me though, but
Okay,
no, because like I said, I'm not looking for a six-figure income.
I
I
get it.
understand what.
I get it. It doesn't have to be six
Yeah,
figures,
what
man.
average? Yeah, and like
Hmm.
you say, yeah, I agree. There's a lot of single men out here that's looking for women. I
But they're
know
not looking
that.
for 50-year-old
What?
women.
Yeah.
They're not looking for 50-year-old women. That's why I started asking women the question, what is life going to look like for you at 50? See, I understand, man, because you're in this position, and what women in your position have left, all you have is hope.
But you know what? I'm
Listen,
not a whole.
listen,
I'm
listen,
not.
listen, listen. I didn't say you. I said women in your position, because life has changed. When you were 21, women were in the driver's seat. You could determine if and when you went out. You determined if you went out on a date. You darn sure determined when sex happened, and you determined when the babies happened. That was 100% up to women. Men had to try to figure out the combination. We had to keep trying to come back, like going to the carnival, trying to win those little prizes. And y'all knew the combination, and y'all relished that because it was all weighted on your side. But what happens over age 30, the game changes. But in our community, because black don't crack, and of our culture, our women don't get the memo until they're almost 40, and it's 10 years too late. So many women are starting to, after 35, start to really start, "Oh, I want to be a wife," and then, but it's too late for many. So I talk to women who were over 45, and they're asking, where can I go find husbands and this and that? And I'm like, where are the 60-year-old men looking to marry? There are no men looking to marry you.
Yeah.
If a man is 50, it's like I'm 52. If I were going to remarry, why would I marry a woman 50 and I could marry a woman at 28?
Oh, is that a question? No, I
Yeah.
understand that, but
But
believe
that's
me,
that's why I said that's why I say the percentage chances are much lower
y-
because
and
Go ahead.
Okay, then I will agree with that. When I first started, I said, humor me. I have a gentleman friend, 50 years old, and we have these type of conversations. You're gonna marry if you meet someone, Samir, they're gonna be your age or older. That I understand. Now, mind you, I was married for 22 years. I understand that. First of all, you said that we will want a stepdad. I have a 13-year-old son, and no, I don't. So, I'm not waiting like I have time, but I understand those
Well,
things.
ma'am, I didn't say that specifically to you. Okay, please don't
No,
apply.
no,
Well, when I say stepdad, ma'am, if you're marrying, the man will be a stepfather.
but yeah, mhm,
Okay, so that's just a statement of fact.
yeah, yeah. So,
But you and your husband were married. Why did you guys divorce?
because we never communicated where we were, what we
Okay,
wanted,
all
we
right.
never ever
So how
really
long have
sat
you guys
down and
been
talked.
divorced?
Um, that's a good question, and haven't
No,
said,
it's just a legal question.
uh, wow, maybe I have to sit down because legally we're still married. We're just not together. He is in another relationship right now. So,
But you have a legal state marriage.
yes,
So
yes.
why not just do things the right way and just dissolve it?
End it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I listen to what you say. So he
because you
has a
can't
two.
move into another situation even if it presented itself.
Yeah, so he had so he has a two-family income. It would be plausible that he is the one that spends the money and file for a divorce. He's moved on with his life. I agree. I'm not a bitter woman, So
But okay, one thing that I understand with us, we just like we don't do things in order. Do you want to be remarried?
um I would like to be, yeah, I do.
Okay. Um. Well, if you're not living together and he's in another relationship, the divorce needs to happen. But all I'm saying is that I'm a strong advocate for families staying together because when's the last time you had a date?
2 years ago I went out on a date,
Okay,
and
ma'am. So how? Okay, so due respect. 2 years ago, you had a date,
mhm,
and you're 50. At
yeah.
that rate, you're not going to remarry. One date every 2 years don't cut it. And I'm tired of seeing black women dying alone.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's like, well, we didn't get together, we didn't talk together. I don't care. I said this on Instagram last night. A woman asked me a question. She said she got married early on, had 6 kids, and she asked me, "Well, now my ex-husband was stiffing back around." And I told her point blank. I told my ex-wife she's remarried. I told her if she hadn't gotten remarried, and if I got to be around 60 something, 65 years old, and she was still in marriage, I'm like, oh, look here, we ain't got another but 10 years in this piece. We just need to go ahead and get remarried again and live in the house and do it for the family. You go to your front room, I'll go back over here.
Amen. Mhm.
Because this is stupid. I think the biggest gift we as Generation X can give to the black community is saying we got bad information and we made bad relationship decisions. We didn't do it right. We had the war on drugs, crack, HIV, AIDS, Reaganomics. We had a lot. We had Generation X. I think history is going to be very sympathetic to us because we're almost like another lost generation. We never really had a chance. We're sandwiched between the baby boomers and millennials. But what we could do to the younger generation is tell them we should have stayed together.
And, man, and I agree. And I wanted to share this with you too. I agree. I think that it did not do my children a justice. I have a 21-year-old,
Mhm.
18, 17, 13-year-old, and I think that it put something on their brains. I
Mhm.
don't it wasn't a positive for them. We were married for 22 years.
Right.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah, in my heart,
remarried?
no.
Is he remarried?
No, he's living with someone.
They can go away. And
But well, maybe our
y'all are
book is
still
discussion
legally
because
married. Y'all are still legally married. And the
yeah,
way, and if I'm gonna use my Thanos glove, I'd snap that chick away, and y'all sit down and have a conversation with people, and we'd say y'all need to sit y'all's ass down and figure out how to y'all talk to each other on Tuesday and Thursday, and leave each other alone the rest of the week. You go up front room, he go in the back room. Y'all live in the same house. You give him his insulin shot, he rub your feet, and then when he die, he be in the ground. When you die, you be in the ground next to him, and your kids can come see their mama and daddy next to each other, like we got a chance to goddamn see. I am
yeah.
sick of seeing black graveyards with families upon
But
families upon families. And we're going to be the first mother freaking generation of single people buried out there by ourselves. This is it's the one gift we can give them, because we can't go back, and we can't go back and undo. We made the best decisions we could with the information we had. We didn't want to end it this way, but for us that are still here, we can tell these young folks, stay together.
yeah.
Stop trying to look for something else out here. You don't want to be out here doing this. So
Oh,
y'all are still legally married. This woman I talked to yesterday, she was a bishop's daughter, and she was
mhm,
involved in a relationship with a woman. And I said, you better go on back with your ex-husband, and you better figure something out.
yeah.
Dating at this age, it sucks.
Yeah, it does. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say y'all can turn some heads, but I do understand what you're saying. A lot of men will sleep with me
Turn some,
if
but
given the
they don't want
opportunity.
you on. I mean, look, man, we ain't got look. Come on now,
Yeah,
you ain't
yeah,
nothing new. Ain't nothing new.
yeah,
Ain't nothing
yeah,
new. I'd rather turn the channel. I'd rather turn the channel and watch Matlock or some shit. Come on now. I ain't trying to hear all these turn heads. Fuck all
yeah.
that.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on now. Come
yeah.
on. We didn't got past all that. But see,
I agree.
and
Yeah,
these young people need to hear more conversations with people our age, realizing, because they get their cues from us. We didn't need no man, this, that, da, 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 da. No, I would love to hear women of your age start telling younger women relationships are good. Men are for more than sex and provision. Men are worth
right.
something, and that's an inheritance that you can give your children, your daughters, and your sons that
Mhm,
money cannot do. Give them
yeah,
relationships so they can have a better opportunity. Because our time is done.
yeah.
We're not going back. I mean, yeah, I could still get married and have kids, but for women, nature's made choices for y'all.
Oh
But
yeah,
the remainder of life could still be better together than apart. That's all I'm saying. Better together than apart. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it, man.
thank you,
Bye bye.
thank you.
You know, there's a moment where the conversation stops being about statistics and it becomes about accountability. This wasn't about attacking anyone. It was about facing the facts that too many people avoid. Time doesn't move backwards. You don't get a reset button just because you're ready now. Life rewards preparation, not delay. She came into the conversation hopeful, and hope is fine, but hope without realism turns into denial. You can't be legally married, not dating, and still believe you're in a good position for a new relationship. That's not preparation. That's procrastination disguised as faith. Kevin made it clear. Men over 50 aren't looking for women their age. And when the caller admitted she hadn't been on a date in 2 years, the disconnect became obvious. Wanting marriage is one thing. Being in the kind of position that makes marriage possible, that's something else entirely. And too often, we confuse the two. She mentioned the impact on her children, and she's right. Divorce has consequences beyond the couple. But if you truly see the damage, the next step should be action, closure, clarity, and moving forward with intention, not just talking, but doing. That's what growth looks like. This whole call comes down to one truth. Many people are holding on to hope without handling their business. And until that changes, the results won't either. If you found value in this breakdown, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you're serious about hearing real conversations without the fluff. Drop a comment below. Do you think she was being realistic, or was it just wishful thinking? Either way, the numbers don't lie. Appreciate you for watching, and as always, think critically, live intentionally. See you in the next one.